already know what the business is.
TV.
Check it out, this is Jay-Z.
You know who it is, your boy J.D. Kiss.
Yo, what's good? This Redman.
This is Big Sean. Bang Radio. Bang TV.
Need both of these things in your life.
Klepto, what's good, my homie?
What's going on? This is Drake.
It's Tiger Young Money Zone.
This is Big Snoop Deal Double G.
Yo, what up? This is John Legend. Hang out with Bang TV.
You know what I mean? They doing it real big.
You already know,
Make
nigga.
sure you stay focused.
Bang Radio, nigga.
Yeah, what's going on? It's your boy Klepto, Bang Radio, Bang TV with another installment. I got another guest on the phone with me today. We got the world's famous, almost 1 million views, battle views under his belt. I'm talking about the one and only Frankie Wapps in the building. What's going on, Frankie? Frankie.
We doing it big time, baby.
Frankie.
Frankie Wapps. Hey. Gotta do it, gotta see it, gotta have it.
Hey, it's good to hear from you, man. I haven't heard from you in a while, man. The listeners don't know, me and Frankie go back a little bit. We're friends. We go back to, what is it, Ohio? I still get it in Ohio?
Oh yeah. That was like 5 years ago. We took a road trip up to Ohio, but what happened in the car was just your psychosis, yo. Like any sense, logic, reason in any of our brains just completely left out the window. It's me, you, Jays, and Complex.
It was Complex, and was it D. Arthur?
It was good times, man. And Dan.
Yeah. Now let me tell the viewers, if you ever need to go on a road trip, call Frankie Wapps. Frankie Wapps is the man when it comes to road trips. I mean, it was about 12 hours in a car with 5 dudes in a little compact car, and I didn't feel a minute of it. Frankie kept you entertained. He's the man right there.
We lost our minds after a while.
Yeah. Now that was a battle you had with Big Cannon. Was that your last battle?
No, that wasn't the last battle I had done. That was after a battle I had against Nestle in Brooklyn not too long before that. And I battled Detour in Colorado in 2012. That was the last time I done a battle.
So it's been about 3 years since.
Yes, sir.
And rumor has it, I was surfing the internet, and rumor has it there's this one little small thing called the Feast Battle.
Yes.
Tell us about that. Who you battling?
I'm battling Syd Vicious.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't heard from Syd Vicious since he broke his leg in the ring that time. He was wait, it's not that Syd? Different Syd? All right.
Don't give him the material, yo. Tell him
it was a different Syd.
Zim hit me up, young Zim. We start off with young Zim. He's Zim now. But him and he's got a crew together. I'm pretty sure, it's Castellucci Entertainment. It's going to be the Crack Liberty League.
Right.
It's a league they're starting out in Philly that they're all putting together, and they got this real dope card. And the name of the event is The Feast, and that's going to be on the 28th November, which is a week and 2 days, and it's going to be me and Syd Vicious are going at it. And I'm looking forward to this one, man, because Syd's definitely no slouch.
No, big shout out to Ziploc Zimmer. He's got his league over there doing their thing. Big shout out to him. Now that's Saturday. That's November 28th at it's called the Lounge, right?
Yes, sir. It's on Cecil B. Moore Ave. I know that much. It's in
That's why I'm here, Frankie, to have you back. It's at 1625 Cecil B. Moore Avenue in Philadelphia. If any of you out there in Philly want to stop by, I did my homework.
No, it's in Philly. It's a tight spot. It's a tight venue. It's real cool, man. It's gonna be a real serious big card. I know we got Ness and Rosenberg Raw. I know they're the main event of the card, and then the whole card is just stacked, in my opinion, man. This is a big one. I know a lot of leagues had seen this card and definitely got their attention,
Right.
Definitely got their attention. I would definitely look to get tickets now. Now tickets are $25, $30 now, but at the door is $40, so you definitely want to get your tickets now. The whole card is stacked.
I'm gonna post a link to where to get those tickets in the description.
Sweet.
So that people can get their tickets early. Now when I call you a legend in the battle rap community, a lot of these new cats that are listening to a lot of new battle rap now they're not really familiar with Frankie Wapps. So let me just give you a rundown of where he's been. Just some of the names: Dumbfounded, Erg. You've battled Disaster, Thesaurus, Immaculate, Critical. You've done your thing with Anthony Anderson at the Mixtape Comedy Club. What am I missing?
Let's see. I did, 2-3 year bid. Coming out of the state pen, living under a bridge.
Hey.
I'm kidding. I'm fooling around. The Mixtape Comedy Club. I had done a couple appearances on DJ DeMarco's podcast show before it turned big with that DeMarco that they're doing over there in Smack. I had done that with him a couple of times, and me and Juice had been on the Underground Railroad at the time with JB Smooth. We did his radio show as well, and
Big
plus
shout
me
to
and
JB
Juice
Smooth.
were doing a podcast, just me and him, called The Neighborhood Guys, and that's what birthed the roasts that Juice is crushing.
Oh man, let me tell you, those roasts are some of the most brutal roasts that I've heard. Like, I mean, I've heard plenty of roasts before, but jeez, you're going in.
He has a pen unlike anybody, man. That kid. Some of those rhymes, and it's beautiful because, like, I tell him, like, I know he has it well written, taken care of it, and plotted out in the way he prepares for it. And I was like, I don't want to hear him prior, you know what I'm saying? Just because I'd definitely be surprised when I hear this shit. So when he actually spits them, it's just the funniest shit I've ever heard, man.
It definitely is.
Really
Big shouts to
is.
Jay's Juice. He's definitely talented with
man.
his wordplay.
Oh, man, yeah,
now,
too
let me
much,
ask you,
man.
have you gotten any negative feedback? Has anybody that you ever roasted actually contacted you or gotten back to you about anything?
No, they're not gonna. I don't think they're gonna look to contact or be like, oh man, oh fuck you, man. I don't think so. Because they don't want to draw attention to it because it's rough. Like, they'll draw attention. A lot of people will draw attention to something that's not that crippling, but if they drew attention to some of the shit that Jason said to them, it's pretty crippling. It kind of cripples the image too, man. And I think they don't want any part of that. Plus, especially if they're higher up, if some of the shit that he said went viral, they would probably look to kill him, like straight.
Now, as far as the Neighborhood Guys, what's to come of the future of the Neighborhood Guys?
We're working on something right now. I think we're looking more towards like a podcast instead of actually shooting it, setting it up in the actual radio station that we are operating out of. We're looking more for more of a podcast. It was a little easier. We have a little more freedom on our ends on what to do, and it's a little more lenient for us too. But that's certainly a project that we're working on in the future.
Right, and speaking about the future, let's talk about the future of battle rap. Like, I know you've been in the game for many years right now. How do you feel about the new age of battle rap? And by new age, I mean it went from people used to actually freestyle on a beat. You meet up somewhere, you have a little quick battle. Now it's more of a performance, a show, rehearsed bars, no beats. Like, how do you feel about the new age of battle rap?
I mean, I don't mind a lot of the rehearsing and preparation as long as what you're saying is hot, as long as what you're doing is hot. Like, if what you're saying to me sounds like common sense that a retarded kid would dribble out of his fucking mouth, I don't want to hear it, and it crawls under my skin when I hear people like, yo, that's the hottest shit ever, yo, that shit was splish splash, baby. Like, I don't want to hear anything like that. I don't want to hear trash and have you pass it to me like that it was hot. Like, if you want to live in your own bubble and tell me that associative wordplay to an extent isn't the worst fucking beat down, battered versions of mixtapes that I've heard when shit was hot at the time. And now it's just like you listen to the fucking mainstream shit and you try to listen to their freestyles and that shit sounds like fucking babies puking in a pool.
Definitely agree. Now, I'm gonna put you on the spot. Is there someone specific that you want to put that to? Is there someone you want to call out for their weak bars, weak performance?
I mean, I would just say, like, just the fucking leagues for allowing that shit to fly.
Right.
Like, it's like y'all are the platform for this style to be pushed on. So you're almost going to dictate what's going to be there. I understand to a degree you need to go with where the views are, but at a point, if I could get like 3 or 4 million views if I show up to a battle and fucking sock kick somebody in the dick, and it's at a good enough angle, I'll get 3 million views out of that. So what, are you gonna book me for every battle because I might do something fucking kooky?
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like that is nothing what this culture's about, and that destroys everything that we've done. You know, it has nothing. I'm not even talking about Zim, or even the league that I'm battling in, other leagues. Or, you know, I'm definitely not gonna put myself out there, and that's not every fucking league. You know, there's leagues who are doing so well they don't need to do anything. They're making enough money, they make their way. But at the same time, if you're a pure battler, you're a pure rapper, you're a pure artist, you're a pure battle rap fan, and you want to hear good bars, you got to be looking at certain stages and being like, fuck, man, you're paying this guy boatloads of money to fucking spit 3 rounds of, yeah, they paid me this amount of money, so I don't need to try hard because I only came here for a check. That's a fucking problem. That's some diva shit, and they're tapping pockets. It's not like these dudes are making millions of dollars either, the leagues. So it's the owners and the guys who are booking it who have to be like, nah, man, we're not booking you ever. I don't care how bad the fans want it. You're asking for too much. You know, I have no problem never seeing Mook ever battle again for the rest of my life.
There it is.
I am
Shots
so
fired.
okay with, no, it's not even, I'm just so okay with never, ever, ever, ever. You're asking for that amount of money when your bars have been like damn near putting people to sleep since you started. You know, like, come on, man.
Ooh.
Like, come on, man. Like, come on. Like, I know I'm not anyone to be saying anything about Mook because of the amount of shit that he's done, but at the same time, man, like, you know, like, not everybody gets that position, and for him to hold out, it just ruins it. It just ruins everything about battling, because you're not making it into a business. You're making it into a fucking joke. You're making it, like, worse than what boxing has turned into.
Well, I know every battle rapper has their target. Everybody, you know, like there's somebody. Who do you see as your target? Who you going after? Who would you like to battle?
Oh, I want to I'll be open about it. I want to retire against Solomon.
Iron Solomon.
I want to retire against Solomon.
And
there's so many fucking reasons. There are so many reasons why. And that's the kid I want to retire against. Like, that's who I want to go up against. And if it's weirdly enough, it got enough attention for it to be my next battle, then fuck it, it is what it is. I will have skipped to what people consider the top.
Now,
to me, it's not Mook. It's not Mook. That's the best in New York. They're saying Solomon is the best in New York, and that's what everyone's gone towards. To me, it's not Mook, and it never will be Mook. It never was either.
The Iron Solomon thing, is it out of envy? Is it out of hate? Like,
no, hell no.
What's the
There's
reason?
nothing to be jealous. There's nothing, and no hate either. Like, yo, the kid makes his money, and the kid had battles, and the kid had a great fucking battling career. It's just as a battler and. I don't even say for the culture, just for a battler myself, like in the competitive spirit of going in there and being like, there are a couple of people that need to get chewed out by me pretty bad in the ring before everything is said and done, before I stop battling. Me personally is a killing spree, and there's a few people that need to literally get chewed out hard body in that stage and in that ring before I fucking say farewells and put that shit to bed.
Do you want to name a few? We already got Iron Solomon.
Passwords is absolutely one of them.
Bang.
There's a couple of battles that I want. Me and Juice definitely want to get. Shuffle Team, Arlo, without question. Me and Juice want to get. There's tag teams too, like not just solo shit. Like, a lot of this shit is going to be tag team, but solo shit, definitely Passwords and fucking Solomon. But as far as tag team, without question, DNA and Keisha. I mean, Juice want to stop that fucking silliness from going on anymore. They're giving these kids, yo, and listen, man, these kids work hard together, so I'm not going to sit here and say they suck, because they don't.
I'm not being a judge at all, just asking a general question because the people want to hear it. Do you feel you're better than them?
See, I hate saying shit like that, you know what I mean? But as a team, obviously, there is no better team than me and Juice. I
can personally go on record saying that seeing firsthand, in my opinion, my belief is that the best duo is Frankie Wapps and Jay's Juice. Like, when you think of a battle rap duo, that's who I think of first. That is the best chemistry.
Like, we are pretty strong, and I do say this, and I know a lot of people agree with me when I say this, is me and Juice are fucking formidable opponents by ourselves. We're pretty fucking tough, and you have to prepare for us, and you have to be very, very ready for the verbal onslaught we're going to give you when you come up against us.
Absolutely.
When we're a team, it's a little unfair.
Again, I could say firsthand that I know Frankie Wapps is a beast. And the reason I say this is because many people don't know this, but my one and only ever battle on stage was against Frankie Wapps. My one and only battle. And I ate Frankie up. I made him almost retire. I definitely did not. I got roped into it. Someone had called out during one of your battles or something like that, and I took their spot at last minute. I completely freestyled everything, and you can tell it was terrible.
Nah, it was fun times, man. It was fun times. It was like it wasn't like a serious battle or anything, because a lot of the kids, like the only people there who were really battling was me and Complex.
Right.
And I at that time was getting real fucked up. I remember that night. I was getting real fucked up that night, and I was fucking totally destroyed. And I went there and just I just farted out of my mouth for 3 battles.
Yeah.
And I battled some kid, and then I battled Klepto, and then I battled Complex. And it was fun, man. Like, and I was already friends with you and Complex already, so I was like, yeah, all right, man.
Right.
So
right, it was definitely
I was
a good
already
time.
pretty cool with y'all. So I was like,
Good times for sure. The last subject I want to touch on before you go. I know you got some things to do, but your music career outside of battle rap. I know the last time you put out a album or mixtape, I want to say was 2009. Was it? It was a joint with Jay's Juice.
yeah, I mean, as far as music goes, I mean, I just haven't really done much. Just a lot of like fucking little mixtape shit. I haven't really done a full album. That's more on Juice, you know what I'm saying? Like he's dude, I would definitely holler at Juice. I am going to be working on something. I know me and Juice are already talking about doing another project. You know, after me and him had done a project, and I had worked on people with other projects, but at that point, I just wasn't going to do anything solo. I kept it easy. I was more in the battling spirit, because when me and Juice had came in, it wasn't like a lot of the kids who had already been in the scene. They were already making music and battling. I was doing my little thing, freestyling a lot, and me and Juice were mad tight when we got together, and Juice showed me the freestyle tournament of the WRC, and I was like, fuck yeah. And then we see these kids are heavy into making mixtapes, making their albums and shit, and I was like, yo, I gotta get on this. And from that point on, you know, me and Juice hit the ground. But then from that point, and I'm like, yeah, you know what, that shit needs to change. You know, it sucks, because we want to make hip-hop, and we want to make battling back into being competitive but fun at the same time. Like, I want to have fun with it again, and I did leave it for a while because I wasn't having fun with it. It was just, it's not like, it's not supposed to be fun. I get it, but it is though. Like, I'm not going to a battle to fucking pop off and to get into it with somebody.
Right.
I'm going to a battle to have a great time.
Of course.
Not
That's
like
the way it
show
should
there
be.
and everybody gotta mean mug each other, and it's just like, you got your album yet, man? You ain't shitty to put your album out. Yo, shut the fuck up, man. I'm here to battle and fucking have a good time.
Yeah, and that's the way it should be.
Get
Of
off
course.
my shit.
course.
That was some hip hop shit. Like, if you were nice, it didn't matter whether you had like a fucking discography that was fucking the size of a new bowl. You know what I'm saying? Like, it didn't matter.
Yeah.
It didn't matter. But Juice does have that.
My man, Frankie Wapps, man. I'm glad to hear that you're on your way on the comeback.
Yeah, man.
I wish you the best of luck in
Killing
this battle
spree,
coming
baby.
up. You got some music coming soon. You got the neighborhood guys working on that, and Iron Solomon and Passwords. Watch out.
Can't wait for it.
Right.
So I'm good to go, baby. Me and him are definitely gonna make history, and I know that it's gonna be an incredible battle.
Frankie Wapp, thank you for calling into the show.
Thank you.
Bang Radio, Bang TV.
Gotta see.
Bang Gays, Bang Radio, Bang TV. It's your boy Klepto. Do remember to check out Bang Radio every Friday right here on youtube.com/Bang Television. It's been a pleasure. That's all we got for today. We'll see y'all next week. Bang!
Bang TV.